What remains of Edith Finch? Just a minute. See what this game is all about. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Beginning with the house, huh?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago.
Oh, to like pull down on pull downs. Oh, that's cool. I'll put it back up. Yeah, sweet. All right,
I
let's keep
haven't
on
been
going.
back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Brother's funeral. Tatos is on mine too. Oh, okay, just walk into it. Throw letters all over the bridge too. Bad letters. Bad!
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out what it unlocks.
Maybe
Oh,
she
hey,
wanted
what's
to know.
up, buddy?
Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. What's going on? Can I move a little bit faster? No. Run. Not yet.
I haven't driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Go onto the tree. Hey, there's a deer. Don't run away, deer. Come back. Let's be friends.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I like how this starts. Hey, pathway going this way? Where's this go? What's that on the ground? Missing. Milton Finch. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Got me a Nintendo Switch recently.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Where is this taking me? Isn't that the log I passed under? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's up there. It's taking me back. Oh, I'm gonna go back then. Obviously, don't need to go that way. Probably just another place to go exploring. I doubt the key goes to the trunk.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
What the? Hey. What kind of damn house is this? I mean, what is all of that? It looks extremely unstable. And that cannot be approved for a building code. I mean, that has to be the weirdest house I've ever seen.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
What?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
No? Oh, I can look through the mail slot.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Alright, well, can't get in there. Let's go over here then. Doesn't look like I'm getting in the garage either. Nope. That's something, I don't know, it's just a hole in the fence. Am I going through here right there, bitch, yeah?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah, I'm sure it was when you were 11.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I'm liking this game so far.
The table was still around from the night we left.
Looks like they had
It was like
Chinese.
a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I got over here.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank. This is What Remains of Edith Finch. Oh, let's open this maybe?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
No? What do we got here? Music box?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Alright, guess we're going upstairs.
After Melton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Drilled peephole.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Okay, so we got a shark on the wall, some fish, and what we got over here? Sunken house, some ownership, a train car.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but
Ooh,
I never believed
what was
him.
this? Is this where the key? What is that? 28,000 leagues under the sea, Jules Verne? Interesting. Yeah, it does fit in here. Okay.
Turns
Now
out my mom was really good at keeping
ooh, look
secrets.
what we found here.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Okay, what we got going on here? Molly Finch.
December 13th,
1947. Wow.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, you shouldn't have ate it all.
I kept eating and
Not the
eating.
toothpaste. No, not toothpaste. That's, oh, God. Ugh. You're gonna eat plastic
I ate
berries
a lot
now?
of things that night.
No, maybe not plastic. They obviously couldn't eat plastic.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? Wait a minute. No. A cat? What the hell is going on here?
The bird was really scared.
What is going on? And did I seriously just turn into a friggin' cat? Apparently.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Well, why you two? You're a friggin' cat. Somehow. I don't know how. Guess I'm jumping there. Okay. Jump over here. I guess there's a cat. I think I just heard it meow. This is Fury? Who the hell is this? Where am I going here? Well, it doesn't look like I'm going that way. I'm going this. Yep. What's going on here? Back here. I got you down. No. Oh, Kitty getting mad.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh, so you turn into a cat and you can have cat tendencies? You just want to eat a bird?
I gobbled her up. And
Hey,
suddenly,
haha.
I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard a little
What is going on? Okay.
rabbits.
Ah, got a rabbit. Oh.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Going on? Hey, seriously, what is going on here?
A mama rabbit. She was almost
How you feeling, Great Owl?
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? A shark? Are you serious right now? Oh yeah, this. Yep. You just. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can make shark like flop around too with the R1 button, flying down a hill. Oh, hey, across the road too. Floppy flop. Hey, wee.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
And now a shark. Okay.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
What the hell? Come here.
I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Huh? Now what's going on? I can't see anything. See the girl again or something? I can't see anything. Wait a minute. No way. Is that a snake now? Oh, it looks like a giant snake. Oh my god.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Yeah, you sure are a monster right now. Bet you are monster snake. Look at that very big snake.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh, what? Oh my god.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Yummy, yummy! Whatever the hell is going on here? Oh my god.
After the last passenger,
Yummy,
I was still
yummy.
hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
I have no friggin' idea what in the
I
hell
slithered
is
onto the
going
sand,
on.
and the good smell went into an old pipe.
No way. Are you in the
I got
house
closer
now?
and closer.
This is that's where we started from. What the hell is this? What?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What in the hell was that?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum.
Odin Finch. What?
For
A
500 years,
Viewmaster?
the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to meet the curse again.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That was pretty cool.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Alright, where to now?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s,
Guess I'm going
sometimes
to
Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, there we go. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, that was cool. What we got here? Another little secret area. This game is pretty cool.
Sven
I like
gave
it.
Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral,
Oh, I get to actually swing back and forth. This is so cool.
And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
And we're going around this time. Yeah. Keep going. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Wait a minute. What happened? What happened?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, look, there's even like pedals down there. Like, that's pretty cool.
After the
This game is
funeral,
pretty cool.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Get over here. Oh, look at this. I'm going to move past it. Alright.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
So I'm gonna go this way.
Growing
Barbara
up,
Finch.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Look at the phone.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh, here you go.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Really
I'll be
good.
back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't...
So if I would have kept whining, I would have found that key.
Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, this is cool. Now I get to be like a part of the little camera or whatever.
And imagine the worst.
Can I swing it? Yeah, okay, take that, beer cans. What else can I beat up in here? How about this laundry basket? Take that. Later, buddy. Take some more of that laundry basket. What about, you want some tool detergent, huh? Bam! Take that. And some more. And more. Oh, I can't really hit him too far. What else can I hit? Can I hit these boxes? Yeah. Plunder box. Oh, bam. Too bad I couldn't smack the pool balls. Can I get over here and maybe hit one? Need this green one? Get out of here. You two. Out of here. Get this chair out of my face. Smack all these pool balls off of here if I can. Get out of here. Get. Hey, alright, come on, get over here. Oh yeah, come on. Hit it. Off the table. Or, okay, that works too. Trophy room, clear the table. Alright. Yeah. Get this crap out of my way. I'll smack the hook man with this crutch. How about that? Huh? Let's smack this too. Smack that box around.
Finch rattled and grew still.
I'll smack you in the face.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Slam the door in his face.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
You're dead, Walter. Still got this crutch. Hey, what is this? You wanna fight, huh? Get away from me. Fight! You following me, huh? Was that hanging by something? Why is that just hanging there? Hey, skeleton. What's up, huh? Oh, I can't hit you? Well, that's no fun. Wanna smack any of this stuff around? No? Alright, let's go upstairs. Throwing roller skates at me?
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh. Oh, damn.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Nope.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Oh shit!
Wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Where'd he go?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Who is it?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What the hell was that? Yo, this... Hey, there's an ear in the... What the hell? Wow, this is the strangest thing I've ever played. I like it though.
As absurd as that comic was, maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So, we've seen Molly, Odin, Calvin, and Barbara. Alright, later. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going back in.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
And now I guess I go out here.
Edie's father Odin built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Is that Mom doing?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Nope, I'm not going that way yet. So, where am I going here now? Not there, not there.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
I know I'm not going back through here. So where do you want me to go now? The hell was that? rest
lot
of
of
the
things
year.
got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
I'm supposed to go to the basement now? Okay. Is this something we're supposed to do, I guess, maybe?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Carrying packages, huh?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, Walter. 1952 to 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
1968, November.
But after a few days,
Oh, you didn't get to
I
do
settled
the
into
can
a
opener?
routine.
Cool.
That's what kept me sane.
Having some
Having a
canned
schedule, waiting
peaches.
for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
January 1976.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
What the hell is the friggin' shaking?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Going
I
out
have to
there.
leave. Well, I still can.
Second. Putting the dishes away and get it.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
And Molly?
And Calvin.
And Calvin? Okay, here.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with 1 more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect
the same way.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. Now I know that the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Good question.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edith's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edith, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edith said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edith's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What? It's too early, Dad.
Cool.
Okay.
What am I supposed to be looking at here?
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dom. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Cal.
This is so cool. Love this game.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
This is so cool.
Let's see. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No.
Maybe.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Oh, that was
Great
cool.
shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory, Dawn.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What the hell? What the hell is going on?
That's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
What the hell is going on?
What his world was like.
What the frick? Yo, what is going on? What is this? What is going on here?
Lost in his imagination.
What the fuck? What is this? What is going on with this? What the Yo, oh my god. This game is a friggin' no, what else in it? Oh my lord, what is going on? Seriously, what is going on? Oh, what is this? What? Oh my god, what is this?
I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything.
Oh my lord.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Hey, you just leave him in there? Just pull the plug. Just going to get in there. Close the door.
I wish you could have told us.
Did get the water back. What? Uh-oh.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
What? What is going on now?
know what happened wasn't your fault.
Oh no.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I don't know what the hell that was. Hey, this one I thought it couldn't.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage
Play the kite.
he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh shit!
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Whoa.
But I didn't. Until we found
you. Okay.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Alright, now we're over here. Take it, maybe?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Calcutta. Oh, here we go.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Whee! And now what? Okay, guess I'm going back through here.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Where am I going now? Couldn't go to the door. I'm going back out here, I take it. Yeah, but where to now, though? That's just the same. Oh, no. Where the hell do you want me to go? Okay, it really got me confused here. That's where I came from, was there. I don't know where else to go. Okay, I guess I'll go back through here and see if maybe there is a way. Saving again. Let's go back up, I guess. Hello.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Alright.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh, that was cool.
Milton Finch in The Magic
Paintbrush. That was awesome.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
4?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Nothing over there. I must even see this
Mom
here.
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
That over there. Look at this. Oop. Ain't that really that way?
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh, very, very familiar. No way, we get to do it like in a game console? Oh, this is gonna be cool. We did a little pack up on some smoking. This game has been very interesting and cool. I've really enjoyed it. Can't wait to start doing some live streaming of this month's PlayStation Plus games, Borderlands 2 and Sonic Mania. They'll be out Tuesday. Tuesday, June 4th. Nope, we'll get 2 hits before I start this.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Well, that was it. Come on, I thought they'd be able to use it and do something with, like, with the story with it.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January,
23rd,
shortly after we
2010.
convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself.
Yo, this is crazy.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Wait a minute, what is going on here?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining
What is going on? Yo, I can't see, there's too many fish getting in my way.
He'd feel his way about.
What the hell is going on, man? This
Then something moved.
game is so weird.
Bats. And toads.
And toads?
Things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
What the hell is going on here?
He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
What
I worried about him.
Fuck?
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
What the hell is going on here, man? This is so
he told me he'd
weird.
Made a new friend.
What is this? Get away from me.
On the edge of a city named Lewis Topia.
What the heck?
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
No, I have a clue what the hell is going on here.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his
I don't have a clue what is going on, but I love it. That looks like fish heads and turds in a plate. What is happening here?
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
What the heck is
going
on here?
But his mind was already wandering. It became a game.
What's the weirdest thing? Everyone is still going.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
No, what is going on?
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows.
Why not?
He followed the sound of her electric sitar.
Oh, this is deep.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
He's still going.
the world was all in his imagination.
What are the fish now? What the heck?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
You're coming out here.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
This is such a trip.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
What? Wait a minute. What just happened?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him.
Oh no, this can't end well. Jeez.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh, joy, this is joy. That can end well. Oh.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
What the fuck?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising me.
I love this game.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Uh-oh. No, don't do it! Don't do it! It's a trick!
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Who's missing? Don. Indian Sven, or whatever his name is.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, hold on. We're still dead. We'll take care of a few things real quick. We can do that. Oh, this is the last part here with Edith. Is this what the game's been all about? What remains of Edith Finch? That's what remains of her? A feather? Feather pen?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
You know this ain't gonna end well.
But I never thought I'd go back.
Water leaves, it's gonna return.
When the fog
and not peacefully either.
I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Cool. I used to do this when I was a kid all the time.
A few years went by.
What? Who is this?
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Letters are coming off.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened.
Oh, this is so cool.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
February 14th, 1999, January 18th, 2017, 18, wow. Story by Giant Swan, that's the end. For Shirley Dallas. Ian Dallas, creative director. Everything ends. Well, it didn't really answer anything of what really happened. I like these credits, how they're doing these. This is cool. Trophy earned. Got pictures of all of the people when they were kids. Peachy's Peach Halves. Oh, that's pretty cool. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Albinos. In love and memory, Louis Finch. The Edith Finch team. The end. The replay story option now set available, select the Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. Alright, well that's going to be the end of this too. I really hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. I really enjoyed this game. It was a lot of fun. Peace out.